Lovelies, and welcome to this short nervous system glow up practice. This is going to be a really soft and easeful practice with a blend of somatic body-based tools and some yin yoga and breathwork. For your practice, you may like to grab yourself a bolster or something squishy like a pillow, and you will also want to have a blanket. And before you start, I really encourage you to set up your space in a way that feels cozy and nurturing for you. Almost like a little sanctuary within your home or wherever you are, where you can step away from what you have been doing and what might come later and just allow yourself to land in the here and now. So on that note, let's begin in a seated position. Taking great care of yourself as you sit here, so perhaps propping yourself up on that bolster or a cushion so that you can allow the knees to drop down away from the hips and you have lots of space for the belly just to be. We don't need any holding or sucking in here. We just let the belly be as it is. And rather than come straight to stillness, which can sometimes feel a little bit funky, especially if you've been busy and doing things or if you have some anxiety present, we're going to ease in here with some really gentle swaying of the body side to side. So almost like a piece of bamboo that is swaying in the breeze, or like the branches of a tree in the gentle autumn winds. Just allow your torso to rock from side to side here over the sit bones. Let the head move as a natural extension of your spine, and maybe close down the eyes or soften the gaze. Really feeling into the physical felt sensation of this movement in your body. Try and look at this as a crossing of the void, or a stepping through the doorway from doing and thinking and acting into a space of being and receiving and resting. Nice. Whenever you're ready, slowly start to diminish the sway, eventually coming to some stillness. And then here, as you find some stillness, finding your breath. Gently breathing in through the nose and sending the breath down as you feel the chest, the ribs, and the belly expand. And then really softly cascading into that exhale, breathing out as you feel the air come from the belly, the ribs, and then the chest. Again, inhale, filling up chest, ribs, and belly. And then exhale as you soften belly, ribs, and chest. Beautiful. One more round like that. Big deep breath in. And then smoothly transition to that exhale. Beautiful. And then gently opening your eyes. Now we're going to take our index and middle fingers and we're going to place them just behind the lobes of our ears. So at the very nape of the neck there. And you may even like to gently kind of massage here, feeling the skull bone and where it attaches to your neck. And then we're going to really gently stroke from behind the earlobe down the sides of the neck towards the tops of the shoulders. So coming in this downward motion, massaging from behind the ear, down the neck to the shoulders. Giving ourselves a little dose of self-care here. And really consciously connecting with our vagus nerve, which begins in the brain stem and runs down the length of the torso, branching out to all different parts of our body. And one of the key routes or highways that it takes is this little space along the sides of the neck. So as you're gently massaging this vagus nerve, you're bringing it online. And that's going to help our nervous system move into this state of resting, digesting, repairing, restoring, replenishing. All the beautiful reads that bring us back to balance and alignment. Beautiful. Just take one more conscious stroke of the neck there. And then we're going to cross our palms over our shoulders. So we're kind of giving ourselves a little hug here. And then we're going to gently stroke or rub the palms from the shoulders all the way down the arms, connecting the palms and then the fingers, and then drawing the hands apart. So we begin here in this butterfly shape, crossing the hands over, and then coming all the way down the length of the arms, over the forearms, the palms, and the fingers. Beautiful. Just moving through this a few times. Slowly and consciously. Being really gentle with yourself as you would be a newborn baby or a brand new puppy. Lovely. Okay, this time as you complete that cycle, we're going to take the palms so that one is below the other, and then we're just going to gently rub up and down the inner side of the forearms here. So again, really tender, loving touch here. We move through this gentle practice known as havening. Another beautiful way to really regulate that nervous system and bring ourselves into a state of bliss and joy and ease. Lovely. Okay, from here, we'll give ourselves a beautiful container hug. So your right hand is going to come under your left armpit. The four fingers wrap around and the thumb faces up towards the collarbone. And then you're going to cross the left arm over the top and hug the outside of that right hand. So you're literally creating a container here. As you give yourself this soothing hug, creating a beautiful circle around your heart in the middle of it. And this right hand, as it kind of hugs the side of your torso here, is almost enveloping your heart, giving it some TLC as you maybe close down the eyes, perhaps bring that sway back in if it feels good. Finding that breath. And then from here, changing the sway into more of a torso rotation. So we're going to tilt the body to one side and then circle it down and around. So we're drawing a nice big circle with the torso as we continue to hug our torso, keeping ourselves feeling safe and held here. Beautiful. Letting that head continue to move as that natural extension of the spine, just releasing through the neck. And then reversing these rotations, coming back the other way. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, coming back to center, releasing the hands, maybe circling out through the wrists a little bit. Nice. As we breathe in now, we'll circle the arms up overhead, taking a beautiful big energizing breath in as we reach the ring fingers towards the sky. Releasing the shoulders down away from the ears, feeling the length in the back of the neck. Sitting tall and strong and dignified here. And then as we exhale, taking that right hand down as you reach the left arm up and over. Anchoring here through the left sit bone as we rotate chest to sky. Gaze can be down at the floor or forward or up towards that top hand, whatever feels best for you. And then let's inhale back through center and come onto that second side. Left hand is down, reach that top arm up and over. Anchoring through the right sit bone. Beautiful, and then lifting up. Let's release the cross of the legs now, bringing the feet out nice and wide in front of us. Really mindfully stamping the soles of the feet onto the earth. Almost imagining we have roots coming down through the feet, connecting into the dirt below us. And then from here, we'll take some really gentle tick-tocks of the knees, welcoming a bit of blood flow into the hips and gently stretching the front of the leg. You can stay with this, or maybe you'd like to add a torso rotation in as you swoop the back arm around, touching that opposite shoulder, and then come back through center and second side. And feel free to kind of just allow yourself to come off your prop here, off your support, as you sway and twist side to side. We're moving really mindfully, conscious, compassionate awareness for what's going on. And then coming back to center when you're ready. Beautiful. Okay, let's find a seated butterfly shape from here. So coming back onto the prop. Taking the soles of the feet together and allowing the knees to fall wide and creating quite a big diamond shape here. So we're looking to have the feet quite far away from the groin. And then stay here if this is enough for you, or perhaps hinge forward from the hips. Just coming to a point where you can feel some activity in the hips and the outer thighs, perhaps the inner thighs too. And when you get there, you can allow the head to hang, bringing a curve into the upper back. Bringing that attention and awareness back to the breath. That beautiful, smooth breath in. And that conscious exhale out. Taking one more round of deep belly breath here. And then slowly, with great care, lifting up if you had hinged forward, maybe extending the legs or circling through the ankles. Maybe you want to find a little gentle rock through the body as you point and flex the feet. And then mindfully transitioning now to hands and knees. Taking your bolster or your pillow lengthways so that it's kind of in the middle of your mat and your knees are straddling it. Our hands are coming shoulder distance apart. We're really spreading through those fingers and then finding a little gentle micro bend in our elbows. We're not locking out any joints here. We're looking for softness. We're releasing rigidity. Beautiful. Now, as you inhale, let's scoop the tailbone to sky, burst the heart through the shoulders, gaze lift. And then exhale, pressing into the earth as you round the spine, up and away, chin comes to chest. 2 more rounds. Inhale, find your cow shape here. Exhale, feel each of the vertebrae, beginning with the tailbone, gently round and curve. 1 more round, scooping it through. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, curve comes up the spine, tuck the chin. And then from here, we'll bring big toes together, knees nice and wide. Maintaining that curve in the spine, we'll work the hips back towards the heels. Head comes to that bolster as we inhale. And then as we exhale, we're just going to ripple forward, maybe allowing the pelvic bowl to drop slightly, lifting the head as we draw the shoulder blades back. Again, exhale, draw it back, child's pose. Inhale, unravel forward. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, unravel it forward. Beautiful. This time as you draw back, settle in here for a few rounds of breath into your child's pose, and feel free to nestle that bolster in, turning your head to one side as you rest onto it. Almost like you're hugging the bolster here, softening through the knuckles, the wrists, the elbow, the shoulder joint. If your hips are quite far away from your heels, you may like to slide a cushion or a bolster between your hamstrings and the back of your shin or your calf muscle here. Take the time to give yourself the support you not only need, but deserve. This is time to practice nurturing yourself so that you can more easily weave it into your day when you move off the mat. Perhaps you can feel your heartbeat here. Perhaps you can hear your breath or feel it as the torso expands into the bolster. Taking one more deep, conscious breath. Beautiful. And then slowly walking the hands in, pushing the torso up, coming back onto your knees. Removing your prop for a moment. And then once again here, we're going to cross the arms over each other so that our palms come to our shoulders. And we're going to gently begin some butterfly tapping. So we're tapping one shoulder and then the other. Performing what we call, sorry, I'm just going to move my mic so you can hear me better. Performing what we call bilateral stimulation here. So by alternating the side of the body that we are bringing sensation to, we are bringing online each hemisphere of our brain and creating a sense of balance here. So we're not moving too quickly, just moving at a steady pace, almost like a heartbeat. As we maybe close down the eyes and just gently tap shoulder to shoulder. Noticing that it's very hard to be anywhere else but here. And we're performing this little alternate tapping motion. Beautiful. You can start to really slow that down now and really soften the back until it becomes almost indistinguishable. And you're just gently holding your shoulders, and then you can start to squeeze from the shoulders down the arm, gently squeezing and releasing all of the muscles there. Beautiful. When you get down to your hands, bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the belly. Breathing in and allowing the belly and the heart to rise to meet your hands. Breathing out and feel that softening and release away. And then from here, we will find a comfortable reclined position for a Shavasana. This is where your blanket is going to come in handy. You may also like to place a bolster or a pillow underneath your knees. Grabbing your blanket as you tuck yourself in here. So you can completely cover yourself with the blanket, or another nice option is to kind of fold it a few times and place it over the pelvic bowl, creating that kind of dense, heavy sensation in this region of the body, which allows a sense of grounding. So find out, explore which position, which choice is best for you, and then allow the head to rest and relax. Tucking the chin to lengthen through the back of the neck. Perhaps a little jiggle and sway across the hips, or a little shake out of the fingers and the feet. Big breath in and then sigh it out here. And as you do, melting into stillness. As you soften and release the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands. Release the muscles in all four corners of each of the eyes. And then soften the inner passage of your ears. Release the tongue and the jaw. And then relax through the belly and the pelvic floor. In a few moments here to rest and receive the beauty and the transformative nature of this practice. To stay here for as long as you like. When you are ready to move, really slowly and gently rolling to one side. Taking a moment lying on your side, just like you're rolling over in bed. And then gently pushing up through your hands, maintaining a sense of ease and softness. With the eyes closed. You may like to take your blanket and wrap it around you now. As you bring your hands back to the heart and the belly. Soaking in the goodness of this balancing practice. Knowing that you are safe, you are held, and all is well. Thank you for practicing with me, and I will see you again soon.